Hi friends, and this is part 1 of my watercoloring video. There are two parts. One is coloring this Magnolia and the other part will be the background, which is negative painting. To start off, I have printed this digital Magnolia image on watercolor paper, but my paper is Crafter's Companion's watercolor paper, and I don't know, is it because of the paper or is it because I haven't used the printer much, but I noticed a little bit of smudging of the ink. But anyway, this whole project was mainly a test, so I chose two distress ink colors, and I'm using reinkers for watercoloring. I have taped my image on hardboard, and first thing I do is checking if I will get more smearing, and that's why I'm wetting the whole image, but it was barely any smudging, so I started dropping a really light wash of the Spun sugar color just to have it like a base color, and I'll be adding more and more layers on top. So I fast add color to different areas and more concentrated at the base of the petals, but still very loosely, soaking up some of the water, and I will fast dry it. And moving on to adding more color, this time with the picked raspberry. With a light wash of color, I'm filling first the whole petal and then adding the concentrated color at the very base of the petal, then spreading it out with a damp brush, but I'm leaving the tip without any color because there I'll be adding from the Spun sugar, and I will do the same for the rest of the petals. I'll show you one more and then we'll fast forward. So again, wetting the petal, dropping the color, spreading it with a clean damp brush, adding a small amount of the Spun sugar on the tip and helping the colors blend. And as I said, I will repeat that for all of the petals. And once I'm done, I will dry the whole image with my heat tool. Once everything is dry, I will add more color. So first I will again wet with water the whole petal, and then I will drop concentrated color, but this time I'm a little bit more heavy-handed, and again spreading the color with a damp brush and leaving the tip where I will add from the Spun sugar. And again I will do the exact same for the rest of the petals, and always wetting the petal so that the color will flow more naturally and I won't get any harsh lines if I paint on a dry. Here I'm just finishing up, and that petal there on the left, where I wasn't happy with the color, I just used a tissue paper to lift from the color and then add more. So now I'm using yellow distress ink and just smooshed a bit from my ink pad, and that will be my center of the flower. So I'm just dabbing there around the edge so that a little bit that yellow bleeds into the pink, and then fast drying it up and then adding more of the yellow, and again adding a little bit of the pink to few of the petals where it needed a better blend. And here is how it looks. And again I will soak up a little bit of the color on that petal on the left. I don't know why I had some troubles with the colors moving on that part. After drying up, I'm adding from the picked raspberry mixed with water to a few of the petals, just to give more contrast and dimension, just so the flower doesn't look flat. So here I'm using wilted violet distress ink, and this will be for the shadow areas, and I'm adding it on the darkest parts and then a little bit spreading it with a damp brush, and I will do that for all of the areas. And again I will dry the flower up with my heat tool. Once I was happy with the result, I just fussy cut around this whole flower, and now I will be adding more details with my Copic markers RV02 and RV04. And I will just make some flicks, mainly where the artist had drawn these lines. It's not seen much, but it gives just a little bit more texture to the petals. So this will be part 1 of my video. Come back later for part 2, where I'll be creating the background. Here is a closer look how the markers added a little bit more texture, and off screen I will continue coloring the rest of the petals the same way. Thank you for stopping by and have a nice day. Bye!